What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. Welcome back to another video. Now, I want to talk about a play that I decided to buy, right? I know every time that I say I'm done buying cryptocurrency, you have an opportunity in front of you. And I always feel like if I have a little bit of extra money somewhere, I want to be able to stack as much as possible, especially when it comes to, taxes and all the stuff that I would have to pay, of course. But I also want to be able to enter the right opportunities. And when I see something that potentially does speak to me in a way and also has a lot of opportunity to grow and move forward, yeah, of course, I'm going to find an opportunity to buy into that play. Now, yesterday I put out a video talking about my top 5 altcoins to make you a decent amount, right? And that video got flagged for violating community guidelines. I guess YouTube is cracking down on putting any type of figures of how much you can make in the titles and thumbnails. So know that that won't be happening. I'm going to have to adapt to what they're doing. And maybe it's to crack down on comments and all that stuff. I don't know. But I know that I have to adapt to it, and right now I have a warning, so anything more than that means that I get a community guideline strike, and I think anything more than 3 and your channel gets completely deleted. And obviously I want to continue to be able to upload, continue to be able to talk to you guys. I don't have to, I physically don't have to, but I would love to continue to provide different types of information for you guys and hope and belief in a lot of these projects and speculation, or in a speculative market where a lot of people are shooting it down, right? You want to have that voice of reason. So I don't know what's going on, whether they are cracking down or they're looking to silence people that are investing into crypto so that less regular people get into crypto. I don't know. We'll see, and we'll talk about that maybe on TikTok or something, because I am going to add that platform there. Because again, I want to just talk to you guys. If I want to get on here and talk about crypto, I should be able to, right? It's not about it being the most dangerous thing possible. Anything can be dangerous. You can come on here and talk about weightlifting, and somebody goes and tries to lift 315 and they end up breaking their legs or something, right? Anything that you possibly could come on here and talk about and do could be dangerous for viewers and all of that. So as long as you understand, you're level-headed and you know how to invest your own money, and hopefully you do, hopefully I find a way to teach you that, then you should be good. But anyways, let me not get off on a rant. We can always talk about that in a live stream or something like that. But in this video, I want to talk about AltLayer. I don't know if you guys have heard of this or seen of this. This is something that's come across my desk. And it honestly is at a good price, a decent supply. I feel like it's providing an opportunity, so I decided to buy some. I know you're like, you just said that you weren't going to buy any more crypto, right? You put out a video, it might have been like a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months. And yeah, I don't want to buy any more crypto, but when I see opportunities to where it's listed on the platforms that I want to see it listed on, as well as the things that it is doing and the place that it is right now by market cap, I feel like the sky's the limit in how far this can go. And I don't plan on this being my last investment into this. I'm hopeful that we can see retracements to lower and lower levels so that I can buy more and more as time goes on, so that I could potentially have a lot in the end when it does hit those high prices that I believe it can hit. So anyways, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, check out some of my links down below for BTCC, for Twitter, for Patreon, all of that. If you guys want to check it out, again, BTCC is a phenomenal platform where you can get a 10% deposit bonus, extra bonuses up to $10,055, 40% lower trading fees, and can trade all the way up to a 500x leverage. Now, I don't ever recommend that. I recommend that you guys do your research, trade what you're willing to lose. Know that leverage trading is highly risky compared to just buying outright, but you can also buy outright on BTCC. So feel free to check out my link. It's at the top of the description. It honestly is a phenomenal platform. But AltLayer is the project that we're talking about. Accelerate scaling for Web3 with ABS, restaked rollups. You have verified AI as a service. You can restake with them or try their wizard now. AltLayer is a decentralized protocol that facilitates the launch of native and restaked rollups with both optimistic and ZK rollup stacks. If we go over to coin market cap, this is where they currently stand. They've had some decent movement today where you see it's up 47%. It says different overall on Coinbase, and we'll look at that because it's basically a different timeline and how things are broken down rather than looking at just the last 24 hours, a rolling 24 hours. But the things I like to point out and where things are and what makes me really interested. One is sitting at 288 by market cap. It's not on the first page. It's not in everybody's site and everybody's vision. You're looking at not even the second page. You're looking at the third page of cryptocurrencies that are out there. It's sitting at a $131 million market cap based on coin market cap data. You're also seeing a unlocked market cap of $169 million. And if you look at the volume, you're looking at about $400 million, which is up about 4,320% overall. Know that my cat did scratch me and it really, really hurts on my hand. I'm just trying to show him where the cat door is and he decided to scratch me. If we look at the supply, the total supply is 10 billion. The circulating supply is 3.5 billion, meaning that there is 35% of the supply that is released. So there's still the ability to dilute multiple times, and this is why I decided to buy how much I bought. I guess that's how you say that. This is why I decided to buy as much as I bought today versus how much I plan on buying total, like price wise. Dollar wise as well as overall coin wise, how much I want to hold there. But if you look at the circulating supply, again, 3.5 billion. That's good to see from what they were actually releasing at launch. The places that's available to purchase, right? Binance, Coinbase, you have MEXC, you have crypto.com as well, you have gate.io, right? You have tier 1 exchanges, tier 1, tier 2 exchanges, and you also have both S-tier exchanges available. This is something that is big to me and has always been big to me. If you have 2 S-tier exchanges available, both S-tier exchanges, then you have the max amount of volume that you could possibly get for this time period, right? But as you see more and more hype and more attention, more and more videos and conversations and all that stuff about it, you tend to see more that flows into there. What is it? What does it do? Where can I buy it? And you can buy it at the most popular places that are out there. That's where I decided to buy it, was Coinbase. That's where I hold majority of my crypto anyways. But if you scroll down here to what it's all about, right? AltLayer is an open and decentralized protocol for rollups. AltLayer brings together a novel idea of restaked rollups, which takes rollups spun from any rollup stack such as OP stack, Arbitrum, Orbit, and so on and so forth, and provides them with enhanced security, decentralization, interoperability, and crypto economic fast finality by leveraging restaking mechanism. Alt is AltLayer's native utility token and is used in the following functions, right? You have economic bond, you have governance, you have the protocol incentivization, protocol fees, and more, right? AltLayer's core offering of restaked rollups consists of 3 key products: Vital, Mac, Squad, and actively. Let's go through those, I guess. An actively validated service, where operators verify blocks and the corresponding states committed by the rollup sequencer, and raise fraud-proof challenges if necessary. Mac, a protocol that provides faster finality to rollups by allowing operators to restake Ethereum-based assets to back any claims on the rollup state. Squad, offering decentralized sequencing with economic backing. Decentralized sequencing eliminates short-term liveness concerns. Bad MEV rent extractions and other issues associated with rollups that operate with a single sequencer. As of January 17th, 2024, this cat is meowing back there. The total supply of alt is 10 billion. The circulating supply upon listing was 1.1 billion, 11% of the token's supply. Now, again, I look at it from an investment side as well as a utility side, and I understand that piece to it and how that could be a big piece to it, how it will be a big piece to it in the future. But right now, we're looking at it as kind of an entry point, like what can this be in the end, as well as you know, how far will this grow to, right? Where's the starting point and where's this going to grow to? And obviously, the way that I look at it, 3.5 billion coins, 35% of the supply, there's still the ability to dilute. So if we are going to see some major pullbacks, then we could potentially have a better time to invest. Now, I invested now because there's so much of the unknown, right? If everybody's just waiting around, then, you know, typically we're not really going to see anything happen. And if everybody's like, it's going to happen now, it's going to happen now, it's going to happen now, it's not going to happen at that point. But then once they put their guard down, they're like, you know what, we'll wait. It's probably going to be a couple of months or whatever. All of a sudden things explode. And I don't want to be a part of that where I see AltLayer explode and I'm not invested into it. So I have 3 layers of investing, right? If we have a low layer, which I feel like we've seen the breakout because of Coinbase, Binance, and all the sort. But then you also have the retracement. Right, so that retracement got back down to here from a level of 5 cents down to about 4 cents or so, but then also has the ability to go lower down to maybe 3 or 2 cents with the dilution that could happen. However, if it does not happen, then I'm still seeing the major success in the part that I play right now. Right, if we see altcoin season thrive and AltLayer ends up moving as well, I'm already invested into it. So I decided to buy 100,000 AltLayer, about $4,000 worth. It does show that it's currently at 4.1 cents, so it's definitely higher, significantly higher than where it was. But the highest point that it got to here, you're looking at 6 cents or so, while down here it was down at 2.6 cents. So before it decided to explode, it was at 2.6. I feel like that's enough of a gap from here to here for a retracement to invest into there. Now, I'm not saying that you have to make that move, because my move is to play it for a little bit of the long term, as well as being able to play that short-term altcoin season and be able to make potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's potentially. It's not saying that it 100% will materialize that way. But I decided to get into this play because it has a lot going for it. Again, 2 S-tier exchanges. All of the different information when it comes to utility, but again, that's not the most, or at least my like vital importance right now. I want to see potential in utility and people believing in that and seeing that, but I care about more for the short term at the moment, to see that aggressive price movement and price swings, whether that does come down even more or it decides to absolutely skyrocket to a level of 10 and 20 cents and get to a 1 billion, 2 billion, $3 billion market cap. So anyways, let me know what you guys think. Have you seen this play? Have you has this come across your desk? Because if you go over to CoinMarketCap and you just go to the main screen, you go to the main home screen, you're going to see that altcoin, right, or AltLayer, is actually a trending coin. And that's how I found it. I usually don't like to invest into things that are up, you know, 30, 40%. But as we see something that's at the beginning stages that could potentially, that has a lot of volume at the moment and could potentially have more volume as we see it go forward, it just created a little bit of a no-brainer in my book, right? That's just me. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.